Okay, seriously, I think I finally have volume. Let's check. Hello, welcome to my live stream. My name is Raven. This is Trade with Raven. I am a new momentum trader and I am trying live streaming for the first time. This video has been removed. Okay, so it looks like I actually have volume now. I can't even tell you how many times I've been doing this morning. This is why I didn't announce it live. Announce this live stream because I needed to practice. I'm 55. I'm not exactly a technology genius, but I'm here. So, yes, let's see. All right. Let me start from the beginning. My name is Raven. This is Trade with Raven. I'm a new momentum trader. I've been trading about a year. And welcome to my channel. I do plan on doing a lot more live streaming, but clearly I have to practice some of my skills. Okay, so I already did a lot of trading this morning, and I'm almost out of settled funds, so I don't know if I'll take any more trades. I'm actually a little bit in the green, and I made up for my small loss yesterday. So I'm reluctant to take any more trades unless it looks amazing. So let's take a look at where I'm at. I use Think or Swim. Let's see. Okay, I use Think or Swim as my broker. So I have been watching COCP. I took 3 trades on it already. The 2 stocks I traded this morning were SKYQ, which is clearly running up right now. So it did fly back up, but I wouldn't trade it unless it had a pullback. But to be honest, I didn't do that well on it. It was kind of, I don't know, maybe because it was moving so quickly. COCP, I took 3 trades on, 2 green, 1 red. I came out ahead on it. That felt more solid and steady. SKYQ was crazy volatile. And I came out ahead on it, but I couldn't catch it when it dropped. But okay, COCP right now, the MACD is red. The MACD is red. It's below VWAP. It's below the 9 EMA and the 20 EMA on the chart. On the 5-minute chart, it looks like a good bull flag pullback. Okay, so it hit this high here. Let me take this off. It hit this high here. I had been looking for a bull flag pullback on the 1 minute, but it just kept going. I didn't see it. It popped up briefly here, but I didn't take that because the MACD, see here, is red. And the MACD for me as a new trader is go, no go. It's just like a traffic light. Green means go, red means stop. So when the MACD is above the signal line or green, I will take a trade. And if the MACD is in the red and below the signal line, I don't. And so far it has been scary accurate, honestly. Okay. So this is interesting. I've never done a live chat before today, and I can see that it's a bit of a delay. I guess that's good in case something goes catastrophically wrong. There's a delay. So, okay, so I generally trade on the 1-minute chart, but here on the 5-minute chart, you can see it's just tapping the 9 EMA on the 5-minute chart. Now, if you don't know what a lot of these terms mean, I actually did a video on explaining the 9 EMA last weekend. On trading days, I will be posting a trading recap. Like today, later I'll be posting a trading recap. And on non-trading days, I'll be posting educational content. So eventually, I will explain all of the indicators that I use. But for now, I do have a video on the 9 EMA, and I can link it to this live stream once it's posted. But you can see it's tapping this amount, but it's below VWAP, which is concerning me. I don't like that. I don't like when the price is below VWAP. The rule is if the price is above VWAP, which is the volume weighted average price, then the bulls are in charge. If it's below, the bears are in charge. So right now, this is telling me that even though it looks like a pretty clean pullback, that right now, the bulls are in charge. I mean, the bears, sorry. Bears. Okay, but let's just say it did pop up above this price here, 164, the high of this low candle. The MACD is still red. So I wouldn't take it. Because I'm a newer trader, I've only been trading for about a year. I mean, all my experience professionally was in finance and accounting for nearly 25 years. Different, but day trading is a completely different animal, okay? And because I'm new, I am trying to really nail the fundamentals and stick to the basics. So a more experienced trader would see more nuances, and that experience counts for a lot. But for me, because I'm a new trader, even if it pops up here and breaks out over this low candle, if I were going to trade off the 5-minute, I wouldn't take it because the MACD is red. Okay. And yeah. So there's a lot of watching. I mean, I actually traded quite a bit this morning. It was pretty active for me, but a lot of it is just watching and waiting. So when I first started trading, of course, I was mostly trading at the open. So for my time zone, that's 9:30 to 10 a.m. and I'm in the Eastern time zone. And okay, so it is curling back up, but the MACD is still red. So that means what? Red is stop. So I traded with paper money first, and then last summer I started trading with real money way too soon. I should have waited, but I think all of us trade sooner than we should with real money. But if I could go back, I would have traded for at least another 3 months with just paper money, or maybe even more. However, about November, so last summer I decided to go all in and really learn day trading and really get good at this. I decided this was it. I wanted to do this for years. I'm 55 and I have wanted to do this for way too long. Oh, it's popping up. Might break VWAP. Okay, break of VWAP is a setup that I actually did earlier this week. That was pretty fun. But because the MACD is red here, I wouldn't do that. Anyway, about November, I realized that just sitting here for a half hour a day wasn't going to get me anything unless it was an extremely hot market. So I decided to really commit, and I started sitting down to trade from 10 a.m. to about 11 a.m. I also would start popping on at noon or after market, which I do occasionally, but after a while, I started to get burned out and I started to get really stressed out. However, the hours sitting in front of the charts and watching them form, it really did help a lot. But being burned out, I've scaled it back, and now I'm only trading from 7 to 10, maybe 11 if it's hot. If it's not hot, I'm just going to cut it off at 10 and do my YouTube recap and call it a day. So I'm finding that I have more mental energy to sit down in the morning because I'm doing that. I feel like I'm learning more as well, even though I'm looking at the charts for less time overall. And okay, so right now we can see that COCP is continuing to pop up, right? It popped up above, it did break above VWAP. The MACD here is still below the signal line, but it's kind of getting close to crossing over. So this is something to watch, but it still hasn't popped up over the high of the last move. So it could still be on the back. So this clearly is the front end of the move, right? It's just going up, 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 up. Here, we're stair-stepping down. Now, is this another stair-step down, right? Because here, watch here, this volume is not above this volume. If I thought it was going back up, I would think that this candle here, sorry, this candle here, this red candle at the end, I would think that that would be taller than this candle in green, but it's not. So the volume isn't really keeping up with stair-stepping back up, okay? Because if I were trading on the 5-minute, I'd be looking for it to go up, 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 and break over this high of day, the high of the last move. So here it might be just the back end of the move, stair-stepping down. And let's see, it's 9:06 Eastern Standard Time, so that means that we're approaching market open. So we'll see what happens when the market opens. Like I said, I'm almost out of settled funds. I really don't want to take another trade unless I'm in love with it. Because right now I am, let's see, let's look at my metrics. So I use TraderView to record my trades and analyze them. Actually, there's a referral link in my bio and in all my videos. It's like you get $10 off and I get $10 off. I don't know. But anyway, I use TraderView every day. I've been using it now since last summer. And what happens is I usually do it as I go along so I can kind of see where I'm at because I'm new. So I want to make sure that I'm capturing everything. So you can see here on the left-hand side, if I click on trades, these are all my trades for today. My metrics, my accuracy this week has been bad. So normally I have my accuracy for 2026 is like 70%. And you can see that today it's 40%. Okay, so I had 4 green trades and 6 red trades so far. Okay, I took 10 trades today. Some days I take no trades. There have been days where I've taken 30 trades. I don't have a set number of trades that I'm trying to take. It's more what's available and how many settled funds do I have left. I trade with a cash account. So that's really what I'm looking for. But I do like TraderView a lot. There are still features that I am learning. I just upgraded to the gold plan. They have, let's see, they have several plans. And I was at the basic plan and I just upgraded to the gold plan this month. I'm really excited about that. It gives you extra metrics. I will do a whole video on TraderView because if you're not tracking and analyzing your trades, you are missing out. And I know there are lots of programs that do this, so I'm not saying you should use TraderView. I'm a new trader, like I'm still learning, but you should be using something, even if it's an a Google spreadsheet. Like you should be using something, because if you're not measuring what you're doing, you're just never going to be able to improve, right? You won't know where you're at. You have to measure from the beginning and go to the end. So today, $107 green. I will take it. I will take it. Yesterday I was red like $70. It was a huge bummer to be red at the beginning of the trading month. Okay, so BDRX just popped up on my scanner. I use Warrior Trading scanners. I follow Warrior Trading. I've taken his classes. Very good, amazing. And I use his scanners. So it popped up, but it's below $1. And I don't trade stocks that are below $1. And I will also be doing a video on that eventually, because I have, of course, made the mistake of trying to trade penny stocks early on. And even recently, I made a few trades on stocks under $1, and I don't have a great track record with it, and I will explain why in an educational video. So every trading day, I will be posting a trading recap, and on the days that there is no trading, like tomorrow, the market's closed, I'll be posting educational content, and also on the weekends. So you can see here that my largest gain was 205. That was on SKYQ. My largest loss, 112.62, also on SKYQ. So one of my goals this week was to get out at my stop every single time. So the second I see that the price has dropped down to my initial stop, I'm clicking sell in the bid. However, sometimes there's slippage or there's a delay or whatever. And so sometimes that is more or less than my goal. But when I see it hit minus $50 or whatever my initial stop was, I'm clicking sell in the bid. Okay, so this one, obviously, it slipped below that. This gives you all kinds of metrics, okay, for the day. But the one that I'm looking at right now is my number of winning trades and my number of losing trades. This is like poor accuracy for me. I usually have more winning trades than losing trades, but not today. Okay. So today you can see that this is how my profit was by price. You can see that I made the most amount of profit on a stock that was under $2. So I don't trade stocks under $1, so it was somewhere between $1 and $2. Okay. And by volume traded, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, instruments. Okay, so I only traded 2 stocks today. So you can see my top stock was COCP and then SKYQ. Okay. I was fortunately green on SKYQ. I had some rough losses on that one. That was very volatile. I didn't enjoy trading it. It stressed me out, like a lot. I was enjoying trading COCP because I felt like the trades were cleaner. Win-loss expectation. This is off for me. So if we go to year to date, you can see that my accuracy is really good. Yeah, I don't know. I have to figure out what's going on there. Okay, so back to the market. I've been live streaming for about 20 minutes, although it feels like I've been live streaming for days since this is like my 4th time attempting this today. So my throat is starting to go. You can hear my voice. I gave up caffeine about 2 months ago. So this is rooibos. I do herbal tea now. Still makes me feel like I'm having my morning tea ritual because I love tea, but I have to go with the herbal stuff now. Quitting caffeine did help me with trading. I mean, that wasn't the reason I did it, but I do feel way less jittery. and I feel like less emotionally triggered while I'm trading. All right, SKYQ kind of curled up, and then, ooh, big red candle here. Yikes. And now it's back down here below MACD. So it had a little spike up and back down. Blah. I don't know. I had some big wins on SKYQ, but then I had big losses. It was just very all over the place. It was happening quickly. It felt like chaos. Not enjoyable. COCP, this felt like a little bit more enjoyable. I made the same profit pretty much on both stocks, but one was like an emotional roller coaster and it was like complete and absolute chaos. And the other one was like 2 green trades and 1 red trade, which is like way better metrics. Okay. Because if you look at my metrics per trade, it's like, definitely better on COCP, right? My accuracy on COCP was about 65%, right? 2 out of 3 trades were green. But on SKYQ, my accuracy was really low. It's like, okay. So it's kind of a miracle. Let's see. So let me check something. I have to figure out how to do certain things where you guys can't see because I need to preserve my privacy to some extent. Not experienced at live streaming. Any tips would be really helpful. I don't think anyone is on this live stream, but if anyone watches it later, I am very open to feedback. I'm trying to improve. So if I look at, if I compare, so there's this compare feature. I'm looking at just today's trades. COCP, let's see, it looks like COCP popped up. What are you doing, COCP? Okay, but nothing significant. Nothing to write home about. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to look at just today. Okay, and I'm going to put in the symbols SKYQ. I'm going to, oops, no, symbol. How can I do this? SKYQ. And over here, I'm going to try this. I've used the compare feature a lot. Okay, no, COCP. CP. But I haven't looked at just comparing stock to stock. Okay, so on the left you have SKYQ and on the right you have COCP. These are 2 of the stocks that I traded, the 2 stocks that I traded today. You can see that my gain was actually higher on COCP. My gain per share was higher, okay, because I traded less, but I had the same result. My average trade gain loss was higher. Took less trades. I did less work. I had the same number of winning trades on both stocks. But on SKYQ, I had 5 losing trades. I only had 1 losing trade on COCP. Okay, wait, I'm not showing this. Here, let's go back. Sorry, guys. New to live streaming. Okay, so on the left, you have SKYQ. All right, I'm comparing to COCP. These are the 2 ones I traded today. Same gain and loss, but you can see here, the average per share gain is way higher in COCP. The total number of trades, I had the same amount of winning trades on each stock too, but on SKYQ, I had 5 losing trades. My accuracy is in the toilet over here. This is terrible, terrible. Over here, good accuracy. I had 2 winning trades and 1 losing trade. That's pretty good. You can see here my average winning trade and losing trade, the it's like wild over here, okay? And my hold time was less for COCP. Now, I just upgraded to the gold package. I'm not sure what some of these things are, but we are going to definitely explore them over time. My profit factor was higher here. And yeah, so these are things I'm looking at. Have to explore things like the K ratio. Not really sure what that is. Kelly percentage. These are things that are new for me in Trader View. So, all right. So let's go back to, these are my trades for today. What I also do is I like to, I'll show you for this trade. For each trade, I put in my initial risk. Generally, it's 10 cents a share, and I've been trading about 500 shares at a time. So that would be $50. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more, but for the most part, it's been about $50. And my goal this week is to get out every time at my stop. No excuses. No excuses. And then I'm also tracking which setup I used, because sometimes I think I'm not even using a setup. I'm just, I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking, but by recording the setups, I'm hoping that I can figure out which setups I'm doing the best at, and also make sure that I'm actually using a setup. For a while, I think I wasn't using setups. Yikes. Okay. So I'm looking, I think it says there was one person in the chat, because I think that's me. I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking at the live stream on my phone. Okay. In a way, that's good. I was so nervous to do this live stream today, but I feel a lot better now. Maybe it's because it's the 4th time I've attempted it today, but I do feel better. However, I don't know how I could do this for hours at a time. My throat would just get so sore. Okay, we have BDRX popping up again, but again, it's below $1. I'm not interested. So this is my setup in Thinkorswim. I guess I'll just go over that. I use Thinkorswim because they are a commission-free broker. I am a new trader. I cannot afford commissions yet. So for me, this is where I'm at in my trading journey. I also have a Webull account, and my goal is to use Webull more for trading between 4 and 7 a.m. when there is an opportunity to do that. For example, when I travel and I am in a different time zone, I know there is a lot less volume between 4 and 7 a.m. and I'm not experienced at trading in that time frame. If you trade between 4 and 7 a.m. before the pre-market, I'm curious how that works out for you. I travel multiple times a year, sometimes to other time zones, so I wanted to have other options for trading. It can be really hard. I've been trading on all my trips this year, and it's been interesting trying to manage the internet. Really hasn't been a problem, but it's been interesting trying to manage the time difference and be able to enjoy the trip outside of work, right? Because this is my work now, and try to do that. So I actually have a trip coming up, and I am going to be doing some content around how I'm preparing for the trip as far as trading and what I'm bringing with me. And I'll be doing some live streaming. Hopefully, if the internet is good enough, I'll be doing some live streaming from my trip. So stay tuned for that. Okay. Let's see. What are we looking at? We are 6 minutes out from market open. Now, in the beginning, I only traded the market open, like 9:30 to 10:30. And at the time, the market was hotter and I was doing pretty well in the market open, honestly. But the market's cooled off significantly, and I'm so glad I started trading in the pre-market. I didn't understand how limit orders worked. That was a whole learning curve. And now I think I enjoy trading in the pre-market more. When I trade in the market open, it's often a different kind of strategy. Like in the pre-market, I've been trading bull flag pullbacks, micro pullbacks, flat top breakout. Those are the ones I'm working on right now. But during the market open, I often do like a gap and go. If I see something just running up right at the open, I might jump in for the ride and try to get out before it turns over or rolls over. But I'm not loving the chaos of the market open. I don't know. I guess every trader has a personality in terms of what they like and don't like. And I have only been trading for about a year, but a little over a year. Let's see. I started trading last February 2025. So it's been about a year and 2 months. And I moved to real money in July last year. Yeah, I should have paper traded longer. You don't know what you don't know when you're new, really. And I barely know anything, and I've been doing this for a year. But I'm learning one trade at a time every day, and starting this channel has been so helpful. It's forcing me to articulate my choices and analyze, and I definitely plan on doing more live streams. So nothing's really popping up. Let's see. Let's look at the two stocks we were watching. SKYQ. It did pop back up for high of day, but then it dropped right back down. I do not like that long red candle. And again, this stock, I came out a little bit ahead on it, but was it worth it? Like, it was kind of stressful, and it destroyed my accuracy. Like, that bums me out because I have pretty good accuracy. I have been bragging about that, to be honest. But this week, my accuracy has not been great. This week and last week. So, all right. So now it's like, it looks like it's curling back up. Maybe something's going to happen at the market open. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I'll take any trades at the market open, but we'll see what's going on there, right? So let's see, 33 minutes. I'm not sure how much longer I'll stay on since this is my test run day, my maiden voyage. But let's see. What are we looking at? I'm curious, how many of you are new traders too? I'm assuming anyone that does watch my videos is probably fairly new. Curious, what's your experience been like? And do you trade? Are you paper trading? Are you trading with real money right now? What is your strategy? I'm really curious about the people that have been watching my videos and liking my videos. I'm curious about you. Yeah, I'm very curious. And I'm also really open for feedback. These are some of the indicators that I use. I watch Bitcoin. I do trade Bitcoin, but I'm not a day trader for Bitcoin. I trade it as a longer term investment, and crypto tends to kind of go along with what's happening in small caps. I guess the same type of people that like to trade small caps like to trade Bitcoin. And I guess I do. I'm doing both. I also track gold. I do invest in gold too. This is gold futures though. And gold has been crazy. Oh my God. Okay, so, oh, market open. All right, let's see what's going to pop up. Let's go back to checking out stocks. SKYQ is popping up immediately, but again, I'm not trusting it. I feel like it's going to be really, really all over the place. But look, a lot of people think it's going to go all the way up to high of day. That is what a lot of people are banking on, huh? I don't know if I'm willing to risk my green day. A couple of things are popping up, but they're out of my price range. They're over $10. I'm looking to keep things under $10. What about BCDA? Huh? COCP might be gapping up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm willing to risk. So right now, I've made back what I lost yesterday. Yesterday, I was down $70. I know these numbers seem small, but I had a rough month last month, so I'm taking it. And right now, I am up $100. So I've made back what I lost yesterday. And I'm green today. I don't know. I'm not willing to do anything risky. So everyone thinks that COCP is going to burst through high of day, but see this topping tail? I don't like that. Huh. 88, 89. I'm going to jump in. All right. Let's see. I'm looking for 91. Uh-oh. I'm looking for 10 cents a share. Putting a limit order in case it flies up. 89, 89, 88, 87. Uh-oh. I gotta keep my cursor on the sell bid button. It's kind of hovering. It's not really... Okay, we're popping up. 88, 87, 88, 80, 90, 93, 94, 95, 90. Oh no. Hmm. 89, 90. I'm just going to look for a small win at 96. Let's see if it'll pop up. Oh no. Uh-oh. I had to get out. I had to. That's my rule, right? All right, wait, let me check something really quick. Okay. All right, so that's my rule. I got out at my stop. So now I have 2 green trades and 2 red trades on COCP. Not happy about that. It's pulling back. There's a lot of stuff popping up, but some without news, some over my price range. ELAB. There's a lot of people. Oh, look at that. Big sellers. 87. So right here, the volume was going up, and then here it kind of started to open. There was a lot of selling action here. I don't like that. Now the volume's going down as it's pulling back. It's tapping the 9 EMA right here, right? Yeah, I don't like that. Now it's going down to the 20 EMA, but now it's a bottom tail. Okay. And see here, it's pulling back on the 5-minute. See that? Pulling back. Oh, whoa. Whoa. So I was sad to get out. Oh my God. Sorry. I was really sad to have to click stop and lose that $40 or whatever, but this is why I have that rule. That would have killed me. That would have wrecked my day. Wow. That would have wrecked my day. Yep. Oh my God. So it killed me. You know, I thought, okay, my strategy. Okay, so let me put this trade in. I got to figure out how to do this so that I can keep certain things private. Privacy is very important. Okay. I'm going to import this trade, and then I'll show you guys what I'm doing. Okay. So this trade right here, COCP that I took, I was willing to risk $50 or 10 cents a share. I was trading 500 shares. Okay. And I was using the gap and go. That's what I was thinking of it as gap and go. All right, a gap and go. So, I'm still up. So now, like, if I look at my trading for the month to date with this month. Okay, so yesterday was $66.59. Today it's $62.42. I lost. I'm red for the month. Ah, yuck. But listen, if I let this get in my head and then I start making crazy decisions to make back $5, I could end up in a bad position. So let's go back and look at COCP. Oh my God. Wow. Now, it hurt to sell when the price hit $50, but look at where I would have been if I hadn't clicked sell. So I do think that as I improve, you know, this is the right choice. It hurts. I think it's hurting my accuracy a little bit because sometimes I would hold hoping it would come back up and sometimes it would come back up. But I think it's hurting my accuracy a little bit, but I think it's going to make me overall a more consistent trader. Yikes. Just looking at this, and even here on the 5-minute chart, you know, it's like, look, it's gone all the way down, way below the previous move. It's down below VWAP. It's just like, wow. So SKYQ didn't really do anything. It didn't come back up. Other stocks, TRUB, but I didn't see breaking news on that. Okay, BDRX, oops, sorry, wrong ticker. Okay, BDRX was below $1, and so I have traded penny stocks, but I don't like it. I really don't. Not loving it. Not loving it. It has to move a lot to make 10 cents a share. I mean, look at this. If I had gotten in here, right, 89 cents. Okay, yeah, that's 10 cents a share, but like that's like a big move for that stock. I don't know. Stressful. Okay, and I'm trying to have fun with this. So, yep. SWMR, it's like $51 a share. That is a little bit out of my price range. Just a little bit. Wow, watching COCP is just, it's great because, you know, this week my main goal was to get out at my stop every single time. And sometimes I'd get slippage, or sometimes I couldn't catch it. You know, it wouldn't fill up my price because it's dropping so quickly. But like, still, that's been my goal. And I have done that every single trade this week, no matter how painful. And this hurt because I knew that it was killing my accuracy on the trade. We had just gone over how I was so happy that I had been green on 2 of the COCP trades and red on only 1 of them. Now my accuracy is only 50%, but boy, am I glad I followed my rule instead of my emotions. I read in a self-help book somewhere, and I wish I could remember what the name of the book was, but I read that wisdom is the combination of logic and intuition. And I really do believe that you need both for trading. But if you're just going on intuition, like this feels right, you are in for a world of pain. And if you simply just rely on the data, I think that also puts you at a complete disadvantage. I think that the more I do this, and again, the more I do this, the more I realize I don't know. But I do think you have to use both. You have to look at the data. And my data was telling me to get out at my stop. That even though I would be taking maybe more like overall losses, it might hurt my accuracy, that my profitability would be in better shape. And that's ultimately what I'm looking for. Yes, I want my accuracy to be good, and that's absolutely an indicator of making good stock selection and making good, yeah, I think that's an indication of good stock selection. But I'm in it to win it. I'm in it to make money. So profitability is very important. And I do believe that by getting out at my stop, my overall profitability will improve over time. Yes, I think this is a massive example of that. So I am going to put in my notes, let's see. Let's see, great example of getting out at stop was right choice. Okay. My Grammarly is correcting me. Thank you. So I do occasionally put notes. Like here, the volume candle did not increase enough. That was something that kind of, you know, stood out to me. If something stands out to me, I throw it in the notes so that when I'm going to do my recap or analyze my trades, I can kind of see what I was thinking at the time. When I was trading SKYQ, there's just so much going on, so much chaos. I probably missed opportunities to put notes, but when I can, I do. The absolute two things that I am putting in for every trade are the initial risk and the setup. So today, let's see. So today, if I go to the tag breakdown, look at this. Okay, so my micro pullback, the big loser of the day. Bull flag pullback, the big winner of the day. Gap and go, ugh. If I had just, the micro pullback, the reason I'm tagging my trades with the pullback, with the setups, is because I suspect that the micro pullback is not working for me. I suspect that it's killing my profit. And today, it looks like that is absolutely 100% the case. Look at this. If I had not taken any micro pullbacks, the gap and go, I thought that was a pretty decent choice. But look at how far I would be up. Yeah. Okay, so wait, we have more things popping off on the scanner, COCP, but look at that. MACD's red, it's below VWAP, it's below the 9 EMA, the 20 EMA. Even on the 5-minute chart, it's below everything. Okay, and SKYQ, ugh. Okay. Now, I might not have recovered everything from yesterday, but I'm still green today. And I think I should just take that as a sign to call it a day. Unless something pops up in the next... I'm only going to trade to 10 today. I don't have a lot of settled funds left. I think I'm just going to watch the charts until 10. That's my minimum. So my minimum trading window is 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm in Eastern Standard Time, and my goal is, that's my minimum amount of time that I sit at the sit and watch the charts. If things look good and there's something that I'm watching, I'll stay till 11. But otherwise, I think 7 to 10, especially today, would be it's good to call it at 10. So let's see. I think I'm still the only one on my own live stream, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. Let's see, how's the volume doing? Yep, okay, the volume works. That was my problem. I actually recorded an entire hour of live trading earlier with no volume. Ugh, being 55, trying to learn all this technology, but I feel like it's, just takes a little extra effort, but I'm getting there, and really excited about getting this live stream. I think this is the 4th attempt this morning, and I think this one is working. I will watch it after I, finish trading, but I think we're going to do more live streaming. That's the plan. That's the goal. Okay. And if you're a new trader, I hope you come along on the journey with me. And I'm really looking for feedback, and I'm also really curious. I'm curious about you guys. Curious, like, what are you trading? How are you making your stock selection? What indicators do you use? What's your favorite setup? All of that. Very curious. So let's see. So I keep up this watch list of pre-market movers. This is like a preset watch list that Thinkorswim offers. Like here, they have a bunch of preset watch lists, and I always look at the pre-market movers. TMDE and URB, BATL, ANNA. These all popped up on my scanners today, but 3 of them didn't have news. In BATL, I looked at it, didn't love it. It already looked like it had already started to consolidate sideways. But I don't use this watch list to find stocks, but it is helpful to see, okay, what's popping up here and what's popping up on my scanners. I don't know. I probably don't need it. I don't really use it, but I do find it interesting sometimes to see what pops up. And it gives me the total volume traded, like the total daily volume traded, which I think is actually really helpful because sometimes it looks like a stock is blowing up, but it's actually on very low volume. These are my benchmarks. Let's see. Gold. I mean, Bitcoin, gold, silver, Russell 2000, the Spider, 10-year Treasury, and the VIX. So I'm curious what benchmarks you guys follow too. Very curious. Let's see. What else is popping? BDRX. It's just like right there all the time. Why am I not? So what's STAK? Let's look at that one. It just popped up. STAK. Yeah, look at that. MACD's red. It's below VWAP. It popped up, but I don't see news. And then it just crash. Way below. Way below. So I don't short stocks, but below VWAP, the bears are in charge. And it looks like maybe the shorts are selling. I don't know. Maybe people are shorting it, thinking it's going to bounce back up. I don't know. That's something that I'm still learning. Okay, but that is definitely, STAK is not one that I will be trading today. All right, so we're coming up upon the hour mark, and I am going to close out this live stream. So I don't think anyone actually attended this live stream, but if you watch it later, thank you for watching. This is my name is Raven. This is Trade with Raven. If you enjoyed watching my live stream, subscribe. I am going to be doing more live streaming, and I will be experimenting with a small live streaming schedule. And I'm a new trader. So I am documenting my journey. And if you are a new trader, come along with me for the ride. I would love to have you. Let me know what you think about my content. Constructive criticism is very welcome. But keep it constructive, okay? And yeah, and so a little bit more about my channel. Every trading day, I'll post trading recaps. On non-trading days and on the weekends, I will be trading educational content. And you can find me over at Substack, Trade with Raven on Substack. I'm posting content on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays over at Substack. On Mondays, it's a completely free post. Wednesdays and Fridays, there will be additional exclusive content for paid subscribers where using Substack, I'm selecting a goal for the week, and everyone knows that this week my goal is to get out at my stop every single time. And I go into a lot more depth on that in my Substack. That's where I really explore it, and I talk about how I'm doing on that goal. All right, so I think we are going to wrap it up for today. And later on, I will do a recap of today, and then I will come back tomorrow to, actually tomorrow is non-trading day. So tomorrow I will be posting educational content, but I'll see you guys on Monday. Have an awesome weekend. Really enjoy yourselves. Okay.